Hello, my name is Donovan Grobbelaar and I just completed the PCC or Performance Coaching course through New Zealand Cricket for 2023-2024. I am currently the assistant coach for the Auckland Aces, mainly focusing on fast bowling. The course was split into 3 blocks away, and the first block away, I think about the skill acquisition piece that we learned and the critical thinking and how to actually challenge players to get better. Because thinking back over the season we just had, there was a key point for us or for the players was to develop their skills, and that first block away really taught me some skills that I needed to actually think about how I develop players. Not necessarily conventional, but new, fresh ideas. It challenged my thinking. It challenged me as a coach to think, oh, there's actually different ways of doing it. And then I move on to the second block in Wellington, and we learned about player management and sitting down with some Wellington Phoenix coaches and Hurricanes rugby coaches and someone from Wellington Ambulance, the CEO, just managing people and learning how to do that successfully and listening to how they do it and some of the systems that they've put in place. It really made me think how I should be doing it as a coach, and maybe combining some of the ideas into something that I tried to implement across the season with the Aces boys, especially the bowlers, just really being specific and how I manage the players and how I listen to players and making sure that I get them better as a coach. And then just the last block, I needed to learn how to reflect. For us as coaches, that's important because you need to know whether you're doing things right or how you can improve things as you go along. But the reflection piece for me was huge. Across the whole season, I've made pages and pages of notes, and not necessarily cricket notes, but just everything in general, from little things I've picked up from players. It could be a little parts and games that I've made notes of, designing trainings and stuff like that, just making notes, constantly reflecting, thinking how I can make it better and make it more of a challenging environment for our players. It was nerve-wracking, firstly, especially the skill acquisition piece. That for me challenged me as a coach, and I thought, how's players gonna perceive this? But I was fortunate enough to work with an awesome group of people, the Aces boys, and they were receptive to all my new ideas and funky ideas, and some of them bombed out, but some of them I felt was quite good, and it can only get better from there. But fortunately I was introduced to all of these things, and I was brave enough to do it, but they had a good group of people to sort of accommodate that. So it's all part of the learning journey, both for players and coaches. Thinking back on the PCC course, the stuff and the content we learned was so valuable because everything we touched on is something that you would have experienced, that I experienced throughout my whole season, with the Aces, from how to work with players, how to design net trainings. We interviewed for jobs, and you could sit and see how other people interview, and the finer skills that you would need as a coach was all covered. And I thought Dave and Toby and Borthy really did a fantastic job at building a program that was designed for coaches, which I found invaluable. I look back on all my notes that I've made on the course, and I'm grateful that I've got it, and I wish I can go on another one.